We do not need men. They are an added bonus and fun in our life. We are okay being single. Also, like, go to the bar and get guys to pay for your drinks. Flirt a little bit. You're single. Have at it. To go back into that bad bitch energy, there's a few things that you need to focus on. Our mission, especially this summer, should be plans with your girlfriends, making more friends, being even more inclusive, making those fun memories with them and making your bond even stronger. Be more like, oh my gosh, I get to go work out today. I get to go out tonight. We don't have anyone nagging us. We don't have to do what they want to do. You can do everything. You get to do it. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Tall Blonde. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Tall Blonde. I was about to say Sarah Lauren, but this is hosted by Sarah Lauren, and this is for the Tall Blondes. And I was going to say the Tall Blondes only, but it's not. It's just for people that want to give off Tall Blonde energy, because this summer, let me tell you, okay, we are in a whole different energy. We are switching our mindset in this episode, okay? We are transforming ourselves from, like, maybe it's a post-breakup, maybe it's a slump, maybe it's something that you're going through in your life, or maybe it's someone that you're talking to that you just don't think is it. We are switching our mindset to make us feel and know that we are the main character and we do not have to be in that slump. We can change the storyline, okay? I also think, because I guess I'm going to call it a breakup recovery, okay? And there are so many things out there that we can look forward to and be excited about that don't have to do with boys. Yes, boys can add fun to it, but our mission, especially this summer, should be plans with your girlfriends, plans with your friends, plans with that group, making more friends, being even more inclusive, making those fun memories with them and making your bond even stronger. And then, of course, if you meet guys out when you guys go out for dinner or go out afterwards, that is an add-on to the storyline, okay? That's an add-on to the plot. That's something that you guys can all have a FaceTime or sit on a couch hungover and talk about. That's a story for you guys to laugh at. We do not need men. They are an added bonus and fun in our life, but we are okay being single. And I think to go back into that bad bitch energy, there's a few things that you need to focus on. One being, who's your circle? How are you going to avoid being lonely? Because that's a big thing that does make you text your ex or text a past person in your life. And I've been a victim of it. I'm sure we all have. But what are those things that you can kind of distract yourself? And that is making plans with your friends, saying, okay, next weekend, I don't have any plans right now and I'm probably going to be lonely. So let's do dinner. Let's do wine and paint night. Let's do something that's fun, something that you guys would look forward to and have fun with. I think there's also, things that if you don't want to drink and you don't want to go out, you can also do like a full day of workouts, wellness, cold plunges. If you don't want to spend any money, do a walk, adopt a dog for the weekend. I don't give a shit, but do it and look forward to it and have things that you can look forward to that do not involve any guys. Of course, not of course, but I am talking to people in my life and guys, but like, I'm not looking for a relationship. So I'm looking forward to making these memories with the girls. I don't think there's been a time in my life where I've never been talking to a man, like even just a little bit, or having hope that there's going to be a relationship coming. So I think this is an even new era for me. This is different for me to not have, someone reassuring me every second, or saying, good morning, beautiful, or telling me I'm beautiful, or giving me that physical attention or anything. Like, this is time for me to be comfortable with me, be active. I always say, like, when you look good, you feel good. So I want to be more living that balanced lifestyle, more doing, I don't want to take myself away from like all the fun and boozing and drinking and partying and whatever, because I love that life. I love being social, but I think there's a way to do it with balance where we can still get to an even better place physically, mentally, listening to those podcasts, reading those books, maybe watching a documentary or some shit, I don't know, or taking some new classes or going for more runs outside, staying active and making goals in that part of your life and not just living for the weekends or the Fridays anymore. Because I feel like I kind of have been doing that, and not that I'm losing momentum in other parts of my life, but like I'm proudly a very balanced person, and I want to continue that. I don't want to lose that. So in order to do that, I need to make goals physically, working out more, making like sure that I set up, book classes, or even just write in my notes, like on Monday I'm doing this, on Tuesday I'm doing this, set time so that I hold myself accountable to do that. And then also, make sure I say I only want to, this might be a lot for some people and don't judge me, but I only want to go out 3 days max a week. Okay. 3 I know is a lot, but it's less than half. And if it were 4 and it were half, you don't have enough days to recover. So I think 3 is a good number because I'm very social. I like to talk to people. I like to meet people. I'm still gonna make new opportunities and new, memories that I can share with you guys and share on my socials and, learn through them. But I also think that gives me enough time to like be good and be sober for other days. So I think I'm going to for sure do the whole 3 to 4 day ratio. 3 days I can go and drink, but that drinking 3 days doesn't mean like drinking and then you're hungover and you're right off the next day. You could be out till 4 a.m. I don't give a shit. But if you're going to do that and you're going to hold yourself accountable to go out and not give a shit that night, you need to wake up and get your shit done the next morning. Like you need to make sure that you're still doing that. Like that is balance. Balance isn't just, being a write-off and then like one day working out. It's if you want to have fun, you do that, but then you also hold yourself accountable. Yesterday, I slept through my workout and I was so mad at myself. And some guy that I was doing work with said, if you're going to be doing that, you got to wake up the next morning and just go hungover. And I was like, oh my gosh, you are so right. Like I cannot be doing that. And I never did. So it kind of like makes me mad that I even allowed myself to go down that path. It was a day, but whatever. But I'm still mad at myself because I know that I can do more. I can get there. I can do it. Maybe it's not the best workout in the world, but I'm still checking off my to-do list. I'm not doing anything. And that's balance, baby. That's still having fun. That's still working hard. And then if you're balancing that and you're going to work out and you're having fun, not only are you mentally still stimulated in meeting new people and having fun, you're also physically feeling better. So there's no guilt. There's no like scaries. There might be scaries if you're doing crazy things, but like there's nothing too much to worry about. You're still balancing your life in a rate. Like if I never went and drank, I understand that I could probably have a 6-pack because I work out 5 days a week, but that's just not the life I want to live. And I don't want to be depressed for whatever, because if I hold myself inside and I don't do social things, that brings me joy. That makes me happy. If I take that away and just like 180, don't do that kind of lifestyle anymore, I will be so in a hole and so down bad that I couldn't do it. I just wouldn't be able to do it. So I'm going to make sure that I'm making it still fun, making it still achievable, but putting myself on a good track for that. If I see any of my exes in the summer or out at any time, they're still going to look at me and be like, oh my God, she is still doing amazing without me. She didn't spiral. She didn't go down a dark hole. She's still doing probably even better without them. We need to start romanticizing our lives, be more like, oh my gosh, I get to go work out today. I get to go out tonight. I get to wake up or even sleep in on a Sunday by yourself and not have someone like pushing you or living their life, whatever. I'm talking about like a boyfriend, because that's, they're always like, get up or whatever. That's my experience, but we don't have anyone nagging us. We don't have to do what they want to do. You can do everything. You get to do it. You don't have to. Now you get to pick and choose whatever you want to do. You're romanticizing and living the life that you wanted. You are now the main character in your own movie. How do you want this movie to play out? How? What do you want the girl in that movie that you're watching to feel, to do, to put herself out to be? Like, chase those goals, write them down, put things into action. Don't just say it or think it. Like, actually talk about it, put it into existence, and start making this life that you've never even known could be true. Like, we have to switch our mindset and start thinking like happy-go-lucky, fun, entertaining, everything, things that you want to talk about, that you want to share with people. Like, start doing those things. Also, I think it's tough because if you don't live with someone, like you might be lonely, but I think just making plans and things is so important. Or even like I understand, like even for me, like I'm trying to budget, I'm trying to spend less. So me saying like going out, or me saying like doing like workout classes and stuff, that's all costs money. But when I'm saying that, you can also do the alternatives of like going for a run, doing a like workout outside at a park, doing, Pilates with your friend in a random, maybe you guys have a gym in your apartment. I don't know, something, okay? YouTube it and you'll find something. But you can have fun without, having to spend so much money. And I'm trying to learn that myself. Also, like go to the bar and get guys to pay for your drinks. Flirt a little bit. You're single, have at it and get guys to pay for you, because they probably will. Or just like make eyes with them. I fuck them a little bit and they'll probably pay for your bill. So practice and you'll probably get what you want. Also, follow your goals and not your mood. I think that's what my roommate told me today. I was in a little bit of a slump, but she was like, remember, like we always say, follow your goals and not your mood. Wake up. If you don't want to do it, still do it, because you'll be even more in a slump if you don't do it and you follow your mood. If you just do it, yeah, you won't be in the best mood, or it might not be a 10 out of 10, but you still got it done. You can still redo it the next day if you have to, but you still did it. You're not going to be mad at yourself. So because I brought up my roommate, because she's such an amazing human being, and because she's here, I'm going to get her to join in with this one, because she has high spirits today, and we need that energy.
Hello.
It's so much more comfortable when you're here.
Yeah, we haven't done this in a while.
No. Everyone write in the comments why you think Amy should be on more episodes.
Yeah.
Because I think
I need convincing.
And I could write a novel about it, but like I say it every day, and like sometimes it goes in one ear out the other because we talk so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we also like were laughing the other day because we live together. We do everything together. Mm-hmm. And sometimes we go out and like we will be at a table and in the deepest chat, like anyone can come up and try to talk to us, and we're like, not now. like you'd think that we hadn't seen each other in years.
And like, no, it was so funny because I think this has happened like 17,000 times, but we were out one night. I don't even know. This happened at King's house. This happened at a brunch. This happened like 7 times in the last week. But we were out and like eating and drinking, and then we were like talking about how we were bullied, or how, in grade 5 someone's mom said something rude to me.
Elementary trauma.
How do we get that deep?
But I don't know how it took that turn.
And I swear I've heard every story that you've experienced twice.
Yeah.
And I'd love to hear it a third time.
Like, yeah, I probably will.
Yeah. And I would love to go out again and be like, so that one time, like, tell me it again. I would love to hear how your sneaker fell off during the race in grade 2.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That happened to me. I'll explain that in a different time. But
okay. We'll unpack that later.
We'll unpack that later. So what we kind of had envisioned for this was, because I'm single, and I mean, we don't need to talk about dating every single time, but it's kind of funny how even if you don't want to have a full-blown relationship, you can still be talking to men in different areas just for like fun, and it's not serious. And if anyone were to ask, obviously you can be open and honest, but you can also flirt with people and not think it or not expect anything out of it.
Yeah.
So that's exactly what I'm doing. And Amy has seen it all, heard it all. Everything that I'm even thinking in my head comes out to her. Like, I was staring out the window and she's like, are we good? Like, is everything...
Wellness check.
Yeah, wellness check. How's it going? So I told her to ask me a few questions so you guys could dig a little bit deeper into my life, because I'm hitting a blank right now, guys. I'm hitting a wall.
You're doing great.
Please enlighten them about me.
Okay.
Ask me anything. Promise I'll answer.
Okay. Some of these we've like discussed recently, but I just thought that your response was so great that we should share it with the larger audience. Okay, this one is just like a icebreaker.
Okay.
What do you think your future husband is doing tonight?
Oh my God. My future husband's not going out. Actually, no. My future husband is going out to grab dinner at somewhere that I haven't even heard of yet. He's working. He is an entrepreneur, and he's Did you ask me this because you know I'm going so in detail?
No.
Okay. He is an entrepreneur, but he also he did work a 9 to 5 and like started his like entrepreneurship.
Humble beginnings.
Yeah, humble beginnings. And then he did so well in the entrepreneur thing that he like took the money that he made, invested it into it. He's doing so well. He's now managing like a team of like 50 people, and he still works on the weekend, but he still has time. Like if he's talking to someone right now, which is fine. Like it's fine if you're talking to someone, you can learn your lessons because the champ is coming in later. But like get all that out of you.
Have your fun now.
Have your fun now. But also, and I want you to be experienced. Like I want you to know what being in a relationship is like and everything. Like people are like, oh, I wish there was nobody in your past. No, I'm so okay for you to have a hoe phase, for you to be in relationships. I don't want you to have cheated ever, but like I'm okay for you to have lived a life before me so that you understand now what you have with me. Mm-hmm. But went off on a little tangent, but he is actually going out for dinner tonight with some friends, and he goes out after with them, but like it's just like to like a bar in like the restaurant, and then he's like, guys, I have a busy day tomorrow. He goes home because he probably gonna go to the gym early morning and then meet someone that is maybe gonna invest in his company for coffee at like 11.
Wow, that was like exactly the answer I expected from
you.
Yeah.
That's what you thought? He doesn't have a dog, but he will.
Oh, he doesn't have a dog.
No.
He'll get a dog you're in his life.
Yeah.
That was a great answer.
Thank you. Did you expect anything less?
No. And if you are listening and you are doing that on a Saturday night, you know where to find Sarah.
Like, maybe do code 4. Say no. Code 4 to us means something so different.
Wait, they can't do a code 4 yet.
Code 4 to us. One time, my ex lives in this city. So we just moved in together.
Yeah, this was early days.
Early days. And we were walking to like pick up something from like a busy street, but like we had to walk past. We didn't have to. We went on the side of the street because we knew an ex was inside. So we went, but I was wearing low-rise jeans and they were a size too big. So I go, Amy, I can't pull them up because that's embarrassing, but my pants might drop to the floor and they're going to scream. We have a code 4 and close the blinds. And now he's really going to see me.
No, you were telling me, oh my God, I think your hands were like full, like you were carrying something and your pants were falling. And you were like, oh my God, my pants are falling off. You're like, what if they just fall right down and I'm just walking in my underwear in front of when she's trying to be seen by her ex. And as we're saying this, the security comes outside and he's like
looking around. I'm like, we have a code 4.
We have a code 4. And so now anytime we're walking around in the
naked, in the nude,
I'm like, oh, we got a code 4.
Literally. And that's like often for us.
Pretty often.
I'm like, who's code 4ing today?
The neighbors, all they see is code 4s.
No, thank God. Some of the buildings that we live around like are still empty. So like, thank Jesus for that one.
Yeah.
But we are pretty big nudists.
Yeah, I would say so. Do you watch Friends?
I've seen it, yeah.
Do you know the ugly naked guy?
No. Oh, from across the thing. Yeah.
We're basically
we are the ugly naked girls.
We're the ugly naked guy.
Tall girls. Tall blondes.
We're the pretty naked girls.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you for specifying that.
I can't do us like that.
Okay, but right into my DM say code blue.
Code blue?
If you're spending your Saturdays like that, and I will answer and we will get married and live happily ever after.
That's good.
And then we can buy a dog.
Okay, are you ready for question number 2?
Yeah. Hit me.
What's something that makes a man instantly more attractive?
Height.
Okay.
And like good style. Good hygiene. Good teeth. I love a good outfit. Height.
Okay. What about like...
Final answer's height.
I love where you were going with that, but like, okay, I feel like you give them a good look. Like, okay, maybe it's not like a 10 out of 10 man, but like, what's something that he can do to become more attractive? Like,
so
beyond
like
looks.
Polite,
like good manners.
and like soft spoken. Like I know it's the opposite of me, but like very like timid, like listening, and you know they're listening. Like that's what I like. Like I like someone that's gonna chill me out. I might be spiraling, but if they're listening to me being like, okay, then like it calms me down, and I'm like, you have worked on yourself. You clearly know how to deal with situations. You're mature, and they can give a compliment. Like they're not, you know, trying to be the funniest person in the room, the loudest person in the room. They are okay with who they are. So confidence.
Yeah, that's confidence for sure. Okay, love that.
Is that what you thought I'd say?
No, not really, but like that's a great answer.
What would you have said if I asked you that?
Like probably very similar. Like someone who is like mature, like same thing, isn't like dying to like give their 2 cents or like be the loudest one in the room or be the center of attention, can just like sit and like be comfortable and like and like listens. Good manners for sure. That I thought you were gonna say that.
Polite.
Funny.
Oh my God.
Like if you can make us genuinely laugh or like understand the same sense of humor, you're in.
We are so weird. Like so weird. Like so weird.
Should we you
go. Are we this like same amount of weird, or would you say one of us is weirder than the other? I'm probably weirder. No,
I would say you're a little weirder, but like in a great way. Like
I just speak about it more. You definitely think the same things that I'm thinking, but I'll do it.
Yeah. Like sometimes you have just like little bursts of like craziness.
Like I'll sing a tune.
Yeah.
And she'll be like, that's from like 1830. And I'm
I don't even know if that song exists. Like, where did that come from?
I also don't know words to songs, so I just like belt out with a beat.
Yeah. Or you don't know anyone's name.
I never know people's names.
No. She'll be like, oh my God, how was dinner with Alyssa? I'm like, girl, Alyssa doesn't even live here. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. But like, you know my intention.
Yeah. Yeah. Your intentions are always just only the best.
And like, I'm genuinely wondering, like, it's not like I'm just saying that to like say it because like you came home from it. I'm like, no, like, I didn't ask you, like, how was dinner? Like, did you like enjoy blah, blah? Like, I genuinely give a fuck.
Yeah. No, I know.
I'm a very curious person.
But I was going to say, because we're on the topic of men that understand a good sense of humor and how important that is, I was going to lead into how funny it was when you brought a few men on the pod we were having a pre and Sarah had like lights, cameras, everything going on.
I've never met these people in my life.
And she's like, come sit down and take a selfie with me.
I said, yeah. I go, come take a selfie. It's great lighting.
And then she's like, and we're rolling. Welcome back to Tall Blonde. And they're like, whoa, what?
They were so good though. And like, this is what I like. Like I talk a lot, and I'm totally okay for people to tell me like, listen, like you're talking a lot, or like you're going. I was talking about an ex because someone knew one of my exes, and I was like, yeah, blah, blah. And I was explaining the story in depth. I was giving a good explanation, and one of them goes, you're talking a little bit too much about the ex. And I was like, you know what? Respectfully, you are allowed to come over whenever you want. I think you said it in such a nice way, and like you didn't just go back to your boys and be like, she's hung up on this ex, blah, 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 because you could have said that. I'm sure people are like immature and do that. But like you were just telling me, and of course I'm going to try to give you the biggest detail ever. I was half in the fucking bag. So like I'm going to give you every detail that ever happened with him, every text message you sent. But like you saying that to me, I'm like, no, acknowledged, noted. Let's switch the conversation.
Yeah.
Who are your exes? You know what I mean? Like it, like I love when people are that.
He checked you in like the best way, and then you were like, wow, I appreciate that, and now I'll just bury that story.
No, and I was like, I forget who we were even talking about at this point. So nice. I love that. I love a man that can be a man and say what he wants to say in a genuine way. It's not like, fuck off. It's like, you've been talking about them a lot. Let's switch it up, you know, in a genuine way.
Yeah. They were great company. But unfortunately, the pod will be locked away in the vault because these are corporate men and they don't want it out there.
Yeah, apparently. They were so funny and so weird. They matched our weird energy.
They brought the weird energy. Like, we were playing it cool for a little bit.
Oh, no, I definitely had it.
Yeah,
true. They came in and I was like, podcast.
They did come over after bottomless mimosas, so.
Yeah. And that's another chat that we had. Grade 5. I was like, you know it's a best friend when you like never run out of things to say.
No.
Because like sometimes, you know, you have your very close friends, like you could even call them a best friend, but you kind of find it a burden to hang out with them a little bit because you're like, oh, we have to catch up and blah, blah, blah. And of course, like living with someone is so different too because you're like living life with them. But it's also like you have to trust someone so much to share all of that information with. Like the things that I've shared with you, genuinely, I've only told to like people that I've known for like 25 years.
Yep.
I'm 24.
And I don't know how that works, but it's an honor.
It's an honor.
And same with me. Like sometimes I say things to you and I'm just like, I don't know how she feels about
No,
that,
yeah.
but
We both look at each other and I'm like, you're not going to tell anyone that I said that, right? Like,
I'm like, I don't even know if I would say that to myself in the mirror.
no, literally. I'm like, how is she reacting? Is she on her phone now? Is she texting this to somebody else? Is she
I would never.
calling 911 for help? Blink twice if you need help. No, I'm kidding. But I agree. I feel the same way. Also, like, so as you know, or as you should know, our siblings are like in a very committed relationship.
Yeah.
And we're like, don't fuck it up for us. Like you can't. They first said, like, I remember, I don't think I've told you this, but we like weren't that close of friends before we moved in together, but like we were still friends. Like we knew each other and like both follow each other and everything. And you were great, but like I just never knew you as well as I do now. But my mom was like, if you live with her, you cannot fuck this up for your brother. I was like, whoa. Well, first of all, like, who do you think I am?
Yeah.
Like, if anyone's gonna fuck it up, it's gonna be Amy. Like, it's not gonna be me. I'm fine. I was like, oh God, here goes nothing. But now it's like so funny to look back and be like, don't fuck. Both of them are probably, they better be watching, Maddie and Peter. Don't fuck this up for us now, okay? Yeah. We're in it for the long haul.
We are in it. We're in a committed relationship.
Yesterday we were talking to like someone, and we were literally like, I've never dated someone as much as I've dated you, but like in a different way, obviously. Like emotionally, we are aligned.
Always aligned. And even if we're not aligned, you're like, okay, let's do this then. Let's like adjust and become aligned again.
And that's like what friendship should be, especially when you're getting older. It's like if you're not comfortable with something, like even like I'm so open with my life on social media. You are a little bit less than me, but like I'm okay with pivoting my idea that I wanted to include you in to still have you in because I want you to be a part of my like, you know, life and stuff.
Yeah.
But like I don't take offense to it. I'm like, no. I might not understand it because I've never been where you were in those shoes. Mm-hmm. But I'm like, no, totally. Absolutely. Like if you're telling me this and you're like being open and honest, I will switch whatever because I care more about us than I do about this one little thing that needs to happen. You know?
Of course. Which I feel like is a big thing, like when you're living publicly and like doing social media, like a lot of people have boundaries around that. And I feel like you're good at being very respectful of like, if someone doesn't want to share something, you're like, okay, we won't talk about that. I won't go there. We'll delete that. Like we didn't put the guys last weekend on the podcast.
Even though I really wanted to.
It was great footage.
It was so funny. Maybe one day they'll like, when they're not that drunk, they'll come on and just like shoot the shit. But like not, you know, give their story. Maybe they'll like ask me questions or something. Because they're funny. You would love them.
But we did meet a man that was just such a stand-up guy. He's going to be on the podcast. We love him.
His perspective is unmatched. He gave me hope that good men are out there.
Me too. Like I was really losing faith.
Yeah. I lost faith. Like faith was not with me. And he was just sharing something that happened and his perspective on it. And I was like, I might be falling for you. Like, I might have feelings for you now.
Yeah, this is an example of something that makes a man more attractive.
There you go.
It's like the maturity, emotional maturity. He just understood it. He was listening.
And he doesn't even have sisters.
craziest
And
thing.
normally, men are not emotionally intelligent if they do not have a sister in the family. You can have a mom and be mama's boy. I kind of think that's unattractive because, like, yes, love and respect your mom, but, like, you don't need to be a mama's boy. Whatever. Like, that's a whole different episode. But if you have a sister, you see them go through their period. You see them, you know, get treated differently by men and, like, you know, getting broken up with, cheated on, things like that. You see how vulnerable a woman is and insecure in some situations, or how her self-confidence grows and plummets and does whatever. It's so different when they don't have a sister and see that or grow up with that.
So different. And I think both of us grew up with brothers, and it gives you such a different perspective and, like, such high expectations. Like, I know anything I'm doing, if I, like, have a crisis, call my brother and he will drop everything he's doing and help me. He's done it a million times and he would do it a million times again. Same with your brother.
Yeah. If I even had a weird feeling and I called him, he'd be like, okay, like, what do you need? Like, how can I help? Even if he wasn't in the same country, like, he would help me. He would come. Like, he would do whatever was needed to be done. But I also think we would do the same for them.
Yeah, of course. I mean, has my brother ever called me for help? I don't think so.
Me
I don't
either.
think I'm his first call, but, like, I would love to be.
If anybody's called me for help.
Well, maybe not like, oh, how do I, like, hang a shelf, but, like, probably, like, for advice.
Yeah, maybe for advice.
Should we talk about the little social experiment that we did?
I already talked about it.
Oh,
Last pod.
perfect.
One that's
Got it
coming
covered.
out the week before this.
Great.
What were your other questions that you had for me? There's so many things that, like, we could talk about because...
I have a good one because we kind of spoke about this yesterday, but it's a great conversation.
Okay, go.
Can girls and guys ever just be friends?
Okay, so my answer has always been no. Because one of them... Okay, but my answer has always been no, but then, like, once people explain, like, well, like, if you don't hang out with them, well, then, like, you can still be friends. Okay, yes, you can still be friends, but you cannot be best friends, hanging out every day, one-on-one, FaceTiming, wanting their attention, and, like, telling them all of your secrets and this and that with the sex that you're attracted to, because someone is liking that attention enough to, like, keeping it coming, and they would have sex with you if you were intoxicated or something, or, like, it came to that and they were lonely or something.
Especially if you're in a relationship, I think it's, like, so inappropriate to have. And you know what? I'm not that type of, like, controlling person at all.
I for sure am.
But I think if I am dating someone and he's like, oh, this is, like, a girl best friend. Like, my ex-boyfriend used to have, like, this is so embarrassing, but, like, he would Snapchat girls from his hometown while we were dating.
Absolutely
and he's
not.
like, oh, it's a friend. It's a friend. I'm like, that's so fucking weird.
No, that's weird.
Like, what are you talking about? And, like...
And why would you need attention or a picture from another girl on a day-to-day basis when you have me? Like, you should be grown enough in your older 20s to understand that your time should be spent on you and your life and whatever, and giving to your girlfriend the attention that you have, or just, like, building up the attention.
Yeah.
You do not need to send other girls' pictures. Every single picture that you take to send to someone, it should be going to me. But also, like, I'm very... I just don't see the need. I don't see the need of having girlfriends. I am also very sensitive. I think also, like, going through being cheated on and stuff, that makes you see it in a different perspective. Obviously, now I would never date someone that I don't fully trust. But, like, I'm going to have to set limits with someone saying, like, listen, because I've been cheated on, I now, if we're in it for the long run, I'd say I need to know if you're staying late somewhere and you're not home the time that you told me you're going to be home.
Totally.
I need to know that people showed up when I asked you who was going and you didn't tell me them because you didn't know that they showed up. I need to know that this person texted you even though it didn't mean anything and you didn't answer. I want to know. I don't want to hear things from other people because I've heard things from other people and you saying it wasn't true and it was true from different relationships that now it matters. It was nothing before, but because it became to something and I didn't know about it and I was embarrassed about it and it caught me by surprise, now I care.
Yeah.
Now I'm more sensitive.
Totally. And like your partner should understand your history and like everything that makes you the way you are. And if you have insecurities or you need more from them, like they should just be so willing to give that to you. But like, I don't know. I think of course you can have like male friends in your life, but there's always going to be a little bit of like someone's going to eventually cross the line.
Yeah.
It's never
or like
not
you're
happened.
drunk at a party, or you're both lonely, or you're both whatever. Like it's always gonna happen. You do not need that. The only guy friends that I have in my life, like I said yesterday, are my cousins. My male cousins. They're not even related to me, but like I've been friends with them since I was little. So I call them my cousins, and for all I know, we're related.
Yeah.
And if you're dating me, that's the only guy friends I have.
Yeah. I would just feel so uncomfortable like texting a guy or like Snapchatting, DMing, like
I feel like
anything.
I'm breaking a line.
Yeah.
Like I'm like crossing a line or like something, like disrespecting someone in some sort of way.
Yeah. And I think like in future relationships, like that's how I would know if I'm like being dramatic about something. I'm like, okay, if I was doing this, would I feel guilty about it? Like if he's like doing something and I'm like, am I just blowing this out of proportion? I would like put it in my perspective and be like, hey, if I was doing this to him, would I feel bad about it?
And you asked me like when I was like thinking of like what happened with my last like situationship thing that I just ended with, I said to you, I was like, even if he didn't cheat, which he probably did because it's happened like 7 times before, even if he didn't cheat, is this still something that I could put up with? Like, am I overreacting here? And you said to me, and I will not forget this, you were like, well, would you have ever done that? Would you have ever said that you're going to do this, bail on it, not see someone for a week, and then like bail on everything and like choose a friend that you just said before that you didn't have fun with and you didn't have a good time? And like, I was like, never in my life would I do that. So first of all, it's sketchy. Second of all, there's a bad history. So like, there's 99%, there's a more likely chance that you did something shady than you didn't. But third of all, what you should always ask yourself is, would I have done that to you? And I wouldn't. So why am I in a relationship with someone that it's more one-sided? Mm-hmm. The respect at least is one-sided.
Yeah. Not aligned on that
Not
one.
aligned. And we're all happy that chapter's closed.
I was just waiting for that chapter to end.
You know it was coming, but you had to let me figure it out myself. And that's also what we talked about yesterday. We're like, sometimes like you can tell somebody the best advice in the world, but you just have to share a different perspective or ask a good question to make them realize it themselves, or else they'll never understand, or they'll never, like, it's just gonna go in through one ear out the other.
And you can never make someone's decision for them. It's like you have to just let people come to their own conclusions. You can give the best advice. At the end of the day, they're going to do what they want to do. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, obviously as a friend, like give your opinion, give your support, but like people are going to do what they're going to do anyways.
Yeah, you told me not to entertain that, and I entertained it, and look how it turned out. But also, we did say this. We've both been cheated on, and what are we? Better for it. Like, we have grown so much, and honestly, like, I'm happy I went through that, because if I have a kid or like my kid's friend that like went through something like that, I can say, trust me, you think it's the end of the world, it's not. Like, you are going to be so much better for this.
And I think it's like a canon event that really changes your perspective on like who you want in your life and like what you would look for in a partner going forward. Mm-hmm. Like there's so many things that I just was like, oh, he would never like do that to me, so I just like overlooked so many things. Now I'm like, no, I'm never putting up with that again in a partner. I'm never letting those things slide. Like, and you like, I draw the
dissect other things that happen that you're like, how did I let that go? Mm-hmm. Like, that was so wrong. And at the time, I just believed him saying that he had to answer because she's crazy. I'm like, like, hello, anything in there? Like, no.
But I always look at it and I'm like, how did I even let someone like pull the blinds, like pull one over on me like that, where I was like believing it and I put up with it and I accepted that in my life. Like,
and it's not funny, but like I think it's funny because it's like it's so funny now because people can literally make you, like, everyone else that's going to be in my life, you have a fine fucking line. If you cross that, I'm being like, go fuck yourself. Don't even look at me again. Like people can ruin it for the rest of them. What's one thing that you're looking forward to this summer?
Oh my God.
One thing. Specific.
There's so many things, but definitely sitting on a patio with a cold drink. The sun is beaming on you. You're tanned. You're not wearing a lot of makeup. You're just like chilling, not worried about anything. That is like peak life for me.
And like having so many opportunities coming your way, being like, oh, people are doing this, people are doing that. Should I do this tomorrow? Oh my gosh, this person's doing this. Like, people are just so different in the summer that it's like there's so much going on that it's like we were just talking about this today, you want a break. Whereas right now where I'm like, oh, I'm kind of bored, there's not much going on. No, like I want to feel so overwhelmed with so much good coming my way that like I don't even have time to second guess myself.
You also haven't had a Toronto summer in a while.
Yeah,
like
3 years.
Let me tell you, Toronto literally comes to life in summer. Like you think you've experienced Toronto. We've been having so much fun, but you don't even know Toronto really like blooms in the summer.
Okay. I believe it.
So buckle up.
So if anyone wants to come visit, let us know. But please, if you enjoyed this podcast, subscribe, like, comment, tell us why we want Amy on again, because I do, and if I do, then you should too. I love you guys. I will see you next Thursday. Bring the good vibes and maybe a drink, and I'll see you there.